The Core Essentials Garrison Belt. If you go back to the second video Riders Range ever did, way back when, a whole year and a half ago now, you'll know that we do like the Core Essentials belts. So, how is the Garrison Belt different than the other belts we looked at? Stick around and we'll talk about it. I want to welcome you to Riders Range, and before we go any farther, I do want to mention that this is not a paid promotion, not really a product placement. Core Essentials reached out to me a while back and asked if I would be willing to review their Garrison belt, and they apparently liked the review that we did. I'll put a link up here to the very first one that we did on Core Essentials, and they wanted to know what we thought of the Garrison belt in comparison with the gun belts that we tested back, oh my gosh, May or early June of last year. That was the second video that Riders Range ever produced, and I got a comment right after we put that up that I don't bother with those belt videos. They're a dime a dozen, nobody watches them. Turns out that that's our second most watched video of all times. I've been wearing a Core Essentials belt for their gun belt for probably 2 years now, and in fact I have more than one. And yes, I do like them. Gotta have tan, gotta have black, gotta have the tactical type, gotta have the leather. All depends on what I'm wearing, I guess. So how is the Garrison belt different than the regular gun belt? Well, a couple of things. First of all, it is a 1 3/4 inch belt instead of 1 inch. Let's take this extra piece out of here. I already cut this belt, took it out of the package, and cut it and wore it so that I could have a better evaluation on it. But there is a difference in the width between the gun belt and the Garrison belt. Again, a 1/4 inch difference in width. But there's also a difference in the stiffener on the inside. And you can see that the Garrison belt has a much thicker stiffener than the gun belt does. So it is designed to carry a heavy load. Like they say that the regular gun belts will carry, designed to carry up to a 4-pound load. The tactical, which this is, will carry up to a 6, and the Garrison will carry up to an 8-pound load. Now, there are a couple of things that you need to be cautious of with an 1 3/4 inch belt instead of a 1 1/2 inch belt. Many holsters are designed for 1 1/2. Now, a lot of them you can get options 1 1/2 or 1 3/4, but if you get one, I got a lot of too many belts here. All right, if you get one such as this Weber Tactical, I did a video on this just recently. I'll put a link up here to the Weber Tactical holster that says it'll take a 1 3/4 inch, but there's no way that you can get a 1 3/4 inch belt through those loops. But I also like leather, and with the leather belt, the Galco holsters that I've been carrying a 45 in for a long time now will work with the 1 1/2. They'll also work with the 1 3/4. They will fit. So I'll be wearing this one with the 1 3/4 inch leather one, which I will bring out here shortly. So you already know that I like the solid ratcheting in a Core Essentials that you don't get from some of the others. And again, this is a spring release as opposed to one of the competitors that has a magnetic release. The spring is so much stronger. And this buckle is reminiscent of what you'll see on a rigger's belt, but obviously it doesn't come apart like a rigger's belt. Now, this is every bit as strong as a rigger's belt that I used to have. I don't know what happened to it. I looked for it before the video, couldn't find it. But the nice thing about it is, again, as typical of the ratchet type belts, you can adjust it in 1/4 inch increments, whereas the rigger's belt, once you get it set, it's there. You have to take it apart and take everything off of it to readjust the belt. And I don't know about you, but my belt sizing demands change throughout the day depending on when in the day, what I'm carrying, what I'm doing. And it's nice to be able to just easily add a 1/4 inch or take off a 1/4 inch without even being obvious in doing it. Again, this is a really stiff, secure belt and has worked out really well for me. All right, so we said we got the leather, and the leather came in a box of course, still wrapped in plastic. Oh, by the way, they do come with the extra tab to hold the end in, Velcro tab, which you do need. If you leave a little excess on your belt and this is sticking out, it's gonna stick out away from the belt unless you have that tab. So that is, to me, an absolute necessity, and comes with the belt. All right, though, they also sent along a belt hanger, which is really nice. And I did hang, I hang all of my core belts on this, but I did hang one of the competitor's belts on it, and it keeps falling off. That magnetic latch just doesn't work well with it. They come with the set screws and a wrench for the set screws. And go back to the original video, you'll see the process of making this work. I'm going to do it again here, and we'll maybe speed it up so that you see putting it all together. Now, one word of caution. When I did the original core belts, I used these shop shears by, see, these are Sheffields, and they cut through this stuff without any real problem. When I tried to cut through the Garrison belt, I actually broke the scissors. So you need something a little more stout to cut it than on the original. So we're going to cut with something definitely more stout. All right, I'll shut up while we speed through the video on putting this one together. All right, there is the Core Essentials leather Garrison belt, 1 3/4 inch instead of the 1 1/2 that you typically find in a good, very solid hookups. Love these belts. That's all I've been wearing. All right, the Garrison belt is, again, it's sturdier, wider, will hold more, and I anticipate that it'll hold up every bit as well as the tactical belt has done. Getting too much stuff up here on the desk. However, seems to me with my videos there's always a however. And again, I told them that I would tell it like it is, and that's what I'm doing. The tactical belt, this is not the Garrison, this is the regular one, that I have worn regularly for, oh my gosh, this has probably been worn more than 50% of all of my belt wearing time. I wear this with jeans. And I got this Weber holster on here to show you one of the issues that I found with the Core. You'll see that right here and right here, where the belt keepers of a Kydex holster wear on the belt, that it actually does put somewhere on the belt, top and bottom. There's another wear spot right here on the bottom, and again, this belt has probably been on me for more than a couple hundred days over the last 2 years. This seems to wear right over a spot on the Levi's that has a rivet in the pocket, and I don't know if that's where the wear is on this or not, or if that's what's causing the wear on it. No other spots, even though I wear a magazine holder, flashlight. There's just a slight wear here where I'll use a Kydex mag holder, wear a flashlight behind it, and a leather band tool even behind that. And also right up here at the end, where this is fed into and out of the buckle a lot, and you can see some wear around the edges where it's worn the material off and the core is showing through. But still a good, solid, serviceable belt. I don't know if that's going to happen on the heavier Garrison belt here or not. The belt that I've worn the second most is the tan tactical belt here, and that's getting the same kind of wear right here, where this has a Garrett Industries holster on it, where the front Kydex mount hits the belt here, where the back hits here. You can see that those areas are getting worn in from the Kydex. I am getting just a little bit of wear right here. You barely see it. And again, this is where the belt would hit that rivet on my jeans. Not so much on this one, but again, I haven't worn this as much as I've worn the black one. Leather, on the other hand, I normally wear the leather belt with a leather holster and no wear at all. And again, this is probably ties for the second most that I've used this. Now this leather belt, again, this is the regular gun belt, not the Garrison belt, but I wear this normally with dressier slacks, not jeans so much, and no wear at all on this, even though I've used it quite a bit. I think the fact that it's a leather holster instead of Kydex is, and you can see right about where it fits there, right back here. It actually, the belt is a little bit molded into the shape of the holster, but no wear at all. So we'll see how well the Garrison belt holds up. So what really is the Garrison belt for? Well, I saw one review that said it's really a duty belt, and it is and it isn't. To me, a duty belt is a 2 1/4 inch, well, leather, or these days everybody's going the military look, so a nylon type belt. But it's for my whole career, 38 years, anytime I wore a uniform with a duty belt, it was a 2 1/4 inch heavy duty belt, not the 1 3/4 inch belt on the Garrison belt. However, if you're wearing it just as a belt by itself, it's fine. Again, I saw a review that said you should wear this as an outer belt with an inner belt, keepers and all that, and that's not really what this is for. But it is a belt to carry more. And again, if I'm going just casual, I can certainly carry the my everyday carry gun is a Staccato C Duo. I carry that in a Garrett Silent Thunder holster most of the time. I even occasionally carry it in a Weber Tactical Trifecta holster. And I carry stuff with it too. I carry an EDC light, I carry an extra magazine, I carry a multi-tool. And the regular Core Essential gun belts work fine for that, whether it's tactical or leather. And it even works inside the waistband on the rare occasions when I do carry AIWB. In this case, the Staccato C, that's not the dual model. So the Garrison belt, though, when I want to spend all day on the range, particularly if I'm carrying a full-size 1911, like the Sig Sauer Scorpion in the Pistol Ridge Concealment Custom rig, along with a spare magazine and, of course, my flashlight. If I'm out on the range carrying that Smith & Wesson 327 TRR8 in a Speed Bees holster, again, the heavier belt works better for that, and it's more secure. Or the Canik TP9 SFX in a Harry's holster. Again, the solidity, the rigidity of the Garrison belt by Core Essentials is just second to none for a single belt. And even the leather belt just feels more secure and more solidly planted when I'm carrying my ECO in a Galco holster. It just I can carry all day like that, and very comfortable. When that 1 3/4 inch belt fits the trousers I'm wearing and the firearm that I'm carrying that particular day, I like the wider belt better. And again, it's more rigid, it's stiffer, and these things are solid belts. So, Core Essentials. I probably talked too long on it. The Garrison belt is heavier duty than the tactical belt, and leather belt is heavier duty than the regular gun belt. 1 3/4 inch instead of 1 1/2 inch, solid, sturdy belts. I want to thank Core Essentials for sending these to me. I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of them, and I'm really happy with Core Essentials products. There's hardly anything else I'm wearing. On rare occasions, I'll wear something other than a Core, but it's not a ratchet type belt. It's a totally different belt or a custom belt. So that's it for the Core Essentials Garrison belt. Love it. I really like the Core Essentials products, and if you like this video, we certainly do appreciate a thumbs up. And we're still trying to grow the channel, so we'd appreciate if you share these videos, and also comment on them. Comment on this video helps get it up higher in the algorithm, and comments down below are appreciated. Comments on anything else to info@ridersrange.com. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, click on the notifications bell, and that way you'll know what's coming up on Riders Range next. So that is probably a little longer than I should have gone, but it's the Core Essentials Garrison belts 1 3/4 inch here on Riders Range. Thanks for stopping by.